What's up guys, Saf here on SuperSaf TV and Happy New Year. First video of 2019. We've had so many boxes over the break and I thought, why not start off with a brand new episode of unboxing time, mystery unboxings of cool tech and whatever else anybody has sent me. Of course, we do have an open address, so if you want to send something yourselves for a future episode, that address will be in the description below. Also in the description below will be all of the items that will be featured in this video if you want to pick any of those up. Let's get straight to it. Right, first thing we have is Blackberry T2l. Right, so I've not had a chance to check this out yet, but it is sort of the budget offering from Blackberry. Comes in at around 300 to 350 pounds. And this version here does have 64 gigabytes with 4 gigabytes of RAM. It is dual SIM. And we've got some of the key features here at the back. Let's open this up. Right, so as well as the device, inside the box, we do have the quick start guide. There's a SIM card ejector tool. There's a USB cable, a power brick, as well as some earphones. These are 3.5mm earphones, and that's because the T2l does have a 3.5mm jack. Yay. Just taking a quick look at this. Ooh. So as with the main Blackberry Key 2, we've got this sort of soft touch back, which does give it a lot of grip. And then we've got this red colored frame. Now, there are some other color options available as well. We've got the red here. Now for the display, it's a 4.5 inch IPS display, and it's got a 3:2 ratio, and that's because we've got this physical keyboard, of course. The keys do feel quite nice, and I've said this before, but if you are somebody who likes a physical keyboard on a smartphone, then Blackberry is definitely the one to go for. It is a niche. I know it's not something that everybody prefers. So this has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 636 processor. We've got dual cameras on here. One is 13 megapixels, the other is 5 megapixels. We've got an 8 megapixel camera here at the front. There's a USB Type-C port here at the bottom, and we've got a 3.5mm headphone jack here at the top. And here in the keyboard as well, in traditional Blackberry style, we've got a fingerprint scanner within the space bar. Good use of space here. Once again, as mentioned, if you are somebody who wants a physical keyboard, this might be something to check out. Cheers, Blackberry. Moving on, what do we have here? Pro Wireless. Aha. So this is a package from Logitech. It is the Pro Wireless mouse. Let's have a look at it. Lightspeed wireless, hero sensor, 16,000 max DPI, zero filtering, zero smoothing, zero acceleration, 80 grams, 50 million clicks, designed with and for pros. Sweet. Oh, okay, we've got some other goodies here. So we've got one of these G caps, as well as a little water bottle. And then we've got the mouse. Right, so let's open this up. Oh, hello. So here's everything that we get inside the box. There's of course the mouse itself. There's a micro USB cable to charge this up. And then we've got this little adapter. So this has got micro USB on one side and USB Type A on the other side. This will go into your computer to sync this up. We've got some spare left and right keys, and then let's power this on. Right, we've got some lighting on here, and I do see a light sync symbol here as well, which is pretty cool. Feels really nice. Yeah. I was actually after a wireless mouse for when I'm traveling. Actually, it'll be pretty useful having this. I don't like smaller mice. This is full size, which will be pretty good. So cheers Logitech for sending this over. Nice one. Right, this looks like a package from Amazon. Yep, it is. Orki make lots of different accessories and things which you can easily pick up on Amazon. These are two things that I actually wanted. Let's firstly look at the USB-C desktop charging station with power delivery. Now, I'll explain why I wanted this. So I'm somebody who travels a lot, as you probably see from my Instagram and things. And when I'm on a plane and I'm using a laptop, the laptops that I primarily use are something like the Dell XPS 15 or the Microsoft Surface Book 2. Now, those are pretty powerful laptops, and that means they require some pretty powerful input when it comes to power delivery. Now, the problem when you're on a plane is that the maximum power output that you have on planes is around 70 watts, I believe. That's according to my friend David Kogan, the unlocker. Cheers for letting me know. Now, the issue I was actually having is whenever I was on a plane and I was editing on my laptop, the battery would run out very quickly. And sometimes I have flights which are like 12 hours long. Now, how do I carry on using my laptop when I cannot actually charge it? Because the power output on my normal adapter is around 130 watts, which is not gonna work on a plane. And here's where something like this comes in. So this has an output of 60 watts, so it should work on a plane. It has a USB Type-C output as well as two USB Type-A outputs. And in theory, I should be able to plug this in while I'm on a plane, and then the USB Type-C output, put that directly into my laptop, and it should, in theory, charge my laptop. So that way, it's not going to be at the full power, but I can still use it for a much longer period of time than I would have been able to on its own battery. So cheers, Orki, for coming through and sending these over very quickly. And I'm going to be traveling, well, I think when you're watching this, I'm probably going to already be in the plane, so nice one. And Orki have also sent this 5-port desktop charging station, which has Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0 technology. Now, these, once again, are very, very useful. If you've got a few different devices, like I have, and you want to charge them all at the same time, and you don't want to be having like 12 different cables running from your power ports to all of your devices, then you can get one of these. This is really cool. It has one of these orange ports, which is the Quick Charge 3.0 port, and then you've got 4 USB Type-A ports. So what you can actually do is you can plug this in, and then you've got these ports, and then you can have your cables running from here, and you can charge all your devices at once. Another very cool product. Orki make lots of different products, and if you want to pick up a quick gift for somebody on Amazon, then just check out lots of the Orki products. I'm going to be linking these in the description below. Check them out. Next package, what do we have in here? This is a fast wireless car charger. Very, very interesting. It's from Chotec. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. But it's got 10 watts max output. So that should charge faster than the traditional, I think it's around 5 or 7.5 watts that you normally get on a wireless charger. That's pretty cool. And of course, this is for your cars. So you can hook this up into maybe your car vent or something and plug this in. It's got USB Type-A to micro USB cable. And that way you can charge up your phone and have it mounted as well. So that's wireless as well. So you're not gonna have to have a wire going into your phone. It's gonna be going into this thing, pop it on, charging. Very cool. Thank you, Chotec. And in here, okay. So this is the Orbit. Find your wallet, find your phone. Interesting. Okay, I've just ripped it because I couldn't open it. Whoops. Right, so this is very cool. It's the size of a normal credit card, maybe slightly thicker. And you can put this in your wallet, and then you can use this to charge it. Battery life is up to 3 months apparently. And if, for instance, you lose your wallet, if you're within 30 meters or 100 feet, it's actually gonna play a ring. So you're gonna be able to go and find it. And if you're away from that region, then it's gonna show up on the map where you last left it. So then that way you're gonna be able to go and track your wallet down. And it also works the other way around. So if, for example, you've got your wallet, but you've left your phone somewhere, then you can use this to track your phone. I'll definitely be carrying this around in my wallet. And if you're somebody who does lose your wallet often, then this is gonna be really useful. Nice one, Orbit. Moving on. What do we have here? Soho line all-in-one. Okay, so this is pretty cool. It's a USB Type-C hub, which also has wireless charging. So you've got your initial USB Type-C input, and that's what you're gonna connect to your laptop or something. You've got a pretty thick USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable. It's braided, pretty short. But then you've got HDMI, 3 USB Type-A 3.0 ports. There's an SD card reader as well as a micro SD card reader, so you've got both covered there. Then we've got another USB Type-C output that has a power symbol, so you are going to be able to get power out of there as well. And on top of all of that, you've got wireless charging, so you can place your phone on here. I've not seen one of these before. A USB Type-C hub that also has wireless charging. A pretty interesting concept. Thank you, Soho line. And let's see what's in this package. This is a smart home camera. This is the C6T Internet PT camera from EasyViz. I think EasyViz have also sent some stuff before. Looking at some of the key features here, it's Wi-Fi enabled, you've got full HD recording, it's got a micro SD card slot, you've got secure cloud recording as well. That's optional, so I'm assuming that's going to be a separate charge for that. Day-night vision, as well as a local alarm and alarm information immediately sent to the app. So if you're out from your home and this detects a motion or something, it's going to alert you outside of your home. Really useful. Let's check this out. So here's everything that you get inside the box. There's of course the camera itself, which rotates almost full 360, which is pretty cool. There's a quick start guide, there's the power cable as well as the power brick, and you also get a Cat 5 cable, so if you do want to connect this wired, you can do that. And I've said this before, but it's so useful having a smart home camera. You can be anywhere in the world, but you can still keep an eye on your house with one of these. Very easy to set up, and they usually very reasonably priced. This will be linked in the description below, as all of the other products. Thanks EasyViz. Another Amazon package, and this has some stuff from Brainwaves. So we've got some Delta all metal in-ear stereo earphones, and then we've also got the Hanger headphone hanger. Let's have a look at this headphone hanger first, which looks pretty straightforward. So it comes with the actual hanger as well as an Allen key. Now this is going to pretty easily attach onto the side of your desk. You can rotate this around as well, so you can either have it this way or that way. Really solid metal build, looks pretty slick, and of course then you can just go ahead and hang your headphones. Nice, neat way to keep them out of the way. I actually wanted one of these for my desk setup, something I didn't have, so thanks to Brainwaves for sending this over. Now let's have a look at these earphones. Right, so these come in a red and black case, and they are wired. They're 3.5mm. Interesting. You got some spare earpieces and things like that. I'm not even sure if I don't think I've got an adapter for my phone right now, so I'm not going to be able to test these out. But if you do still have a 3.5mm jack and you want some in-ear earphones like this, then you can check these out. Some of the key features on here, you do have dynamic 8mm drivers, and it says here the Brainwaves Delta produce vocals and instruments with detailed clarity, letting your music sound as good as their artists intended. These all-metal housed earphones are tuned to sound good with any genre of music. I'll test these out another time. Said unfortunately I don't have a device with a 3.5mm jack that I can use immediately, and I don't know where the dongles are, so this is 2019 problems actually. Right, we now have this huge box. Let's see who it's. Whoa, okay. You can see that it's a massive speaker from KitSound. It is the Slam XL Bluetooth party speaker, and you can see here that it's got a massive 100 watts output, which should be really, really loud. Stereo pairing, chill modes, party modes, strobe lighting. So you're gonna have some cool lighting with this as well. This is pretty awesome. Let's test this out. Right, this is all plugged in. You can see all of the lighting effects here at the front, which look really dope. I'm gonna try to play something. I've connected this via Bluetooth to my phone. I don't wanna get sued, so I'm playing some YouTube copyright-free music. Let's try something out. Okay, we'll put the volume a little higher. Okay. Okay, this thing goes really loud, and you can definitely feel the bass. You've got some of the different moods here, which you can switch between. So let's just try a few different ones here. You'll probably be able to see the different lighting effects. Pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that because otherwise my neighbors are gonna start complaining. Thank you KitSound for sending this over, and thank you guys for watching this episode of Unboxing Time. Remember, if you wanna pick up any of the items featured in this video, those will all be linked in the description below. And if you wanna send something yourselves for a future episode, there's gonna be an address in the description below as well. What do you guys think of this episode of Unboxing Time? Is there anything that you'd like me to cover in maybe a little bit more detail? Definitely drop me a comment below and let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then do hit that thumbs up button for me. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.